Why you should start budgeting for retirement in your 20s. Hey, this is Jeff at Below Average. This isn't where I just tell you the simple things. Just work harder, go make some more money, stick it away. You'll be good if you started in your 20s. This is the channel that we look at how to tweak and save money. So then you take the difference and you end up retiring, put that away for retirement. Simple things that everybody that will listen to this, everybody will be going through, and everybody can make some of these decisions so we can better yourself off for retirement. I know if you're in your 20s right now, you're probably thinking, but I tell you what, I remember when I was in my 20s. That's been a long time ago. Simple things. This is how easy it is. And when you're younger, especially if you have a family, and nowadays I understand how it's your struggle not to be able to save money for a house. Just everything's just so costly, food, everything. It's crazy. I understand about you working. I'm sure you're working more than 40 hours a week. If you got a family, you might even be trying to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs. That's what I did my whole life. And I did it back before when things weren't as expensive now. So this is where I always mention, let's work on working smarter, not harder. You already give enough of your time up to the man. This is where we try to take it back. And then instead of taking it back, then you add it to your future. So I'm going to go over some quick, simple, easy numbers first, just so it, hits you. Maybe ring a bell. Maybe it'll keep you listening. And then we'll finish off with some simple stuff. So all I did was take 25 as the age, right in the middle of your 20s, 67 to retirement, that's 42 years. If you take $100 a month, now in a little bit I'm going to show you where you can get this without working any more hours. You save $100 a month, you put it away at 10%. Now, before anybody says, oh, the 10%, going on about that, if you Google S&P 500 for the last 40 years, what's the average rate of return? It'll actually tell you just a little over 11%. So give or take, depending on how many years you put in, 40, 42, 45, be about 11%. So that's why I'm using 10%. So I'm going a step below that for if anybody's questioning that. So at 10%, remember, 42 years, age 25 to 67, sticking $100 away a month at 10% amounts to $774,000 plus dollars, give or take a little bit. Unbelievable by a simple $100. But let's just say, oh, I can't do it or I don't want to do it, and you wait all the way to your 40. So that's still 27 years. It sounds like a lot. It's only 164 in retirement. So from the age 25 to 40, 15-year difference. Only 15 years. It's a little over $600,000 difference. So in your 20s, or if you're older than that, grab your kid, shake them, tell them you got to do it. You have to. It'll change your life later on. It'll be so much easier. You don't have to stick more money away than what you can afford just to try to retire. It'll be simple sailing. So, and then at the age of 50, so you think, oh, 40, I can't do it. You wait till 50. I know people who are well beyond that hasn't done nothing. It's only $53,000. So that's what I'm trying to say. This is for your 20s. If you happen to be in your 30s, 40s, 50s, don't get all worked up about it. Still do it. Remember, I'm going to go over some tiny things for you to save the $100 without working any more hours. First, this is what I'm going to bring up. This is a simple one because I did it. If you're in your 20s, you got a family, you're running around, you're working 2 jobs plus overtime, maybe 60 plus hours a week, working 6-7 days a week, which if it's happening, especially if you have a home or trying to get a house, that's probably the area. I had to do it before, like I said, when things weren't this expensive. Is what's happening. You're getting tired, you're getting run down. All you do, get up, get ready, you go to work, and you run through fast food. And then next thing you know, if you're married, your spouse might run through fast food because the kids need something. Or when you come on your way home, oh, can you stop by here? I didn't get time to get to the store, blah, blah, all this kind of stuff, right? Blah, 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 blah. Here is the key. If you go out to eat twice a week, and I'm even talking fast food, that's probably $25. In my area, it's not going to be far from that. So if you live in one of these other states that are crazy high prices, well beyond that. And I'm just saying twice a week. If you have a family, I guarantee you, you're probably doing it more than that. You're ordering a couple pizzas. You're stopping by doing that. You're getting some chicken nuggets. You're McDonald's or all these kind of things. I got a coupon. You're still dropping a ton of money one time. If you go out to eat with the family you're going to be spending 40, 50, 60 bucks. If it's just you and your spouse going out, you're going to be dropping more than this going, $25 a week. That's what I'm looking at. 25 bucks a week. So you take that out, 25 bucks. So no fast food. Plus, watch my other video, no fast food in 2025. I tell you what, that stuff will kill you. It'll kill you young. It'll put weight on you just like that, and it'll be hard to end up taking it on off. So simple, $25 a week of eating out twice a week. Ha, lucky, right? That's $1,300 a year. Boom, right there, $100 a month. Even gives you another $100 beyond that. Right there it is. Simple. See how it is? No going through there anymore. You take the few seconds more and get something from the house to take wherever you're going to work, all that kind of stuff. You have to. And you know what? If you're an actual probably family or you're single and you go out a lot or whatever, you're probably going out 3 times a week. So this right here, you still do it once a week, which I'd recommend not, and just add it to this amount. Right there. 20, 25. It changes everything. Just not doing that twice a week. Don't go through and get the garbage food. Don't do it. You turn around, you put it like in your 401k. Simple as all get out. $774,000 if you're 25 by the age of 67 by not going out twice to eat now. I guarantee you when I was working a ton of hours, it was happening more than that. It's easy and quick to go right through and get something to eat because you think you're starving or you're going to starve. Tell you what, you figure out what you got to take more time. You got to take it from home. It's going to be nowhere near the cost. It'll be better for you. And you can take this difference. Remember, don't work smarter, not harder. Simple technique. And I'll throw one more out as a bonus. One more as a bonus. If you're a single guy or if you're married and you got kids, don't go get your hair cut every 2 months. In my area, that'll cost you $22 for a guy. So what you do is you just go out and go to your local store and buy one of those hair cutters. Drop 20 bucks, 30 bucks right away and be done with it. Or if you want to get real fancy, go ahead. Learn how to cut your hair yourself. Tons and tons of YouTubes on how to end up doing that for yourself. Or have your spouse do it. My wife's been cutting my hair for about 7-8 months. We've saved already over $100 and don't see me any different. Don't have to, no big deal. Simple. I actually keep up on it a little more than we ever did before. So simple. And if you got kids, your spouse, if all of you are going every 2 months and there's 4 in the family, oh my gosh, that's $500, $600, $700 a year. Where your wife or you can learn how to do your kids' hair, you do each other's. It's simple. It's a must. Don't give it down the road. You just worked hard for it. You've been working all week long. Don't give it up. Put it in here. 25 a week, $100 a month, $774,000 if you're 25. At any age, we should stop doing it. I was in my mid-50s when I stopped the haircut thing. We don't go out. We go out to eat maybe twice a year. That's it. So this is simple, right? So, and if you're having a quick wonder, like, well, why have I started so young? Why is that money so much more? It sounds like a bunch of BS. Well, it's not. It is simple. The power of compounding interest. It's the amount of years you have available for that money to keep working. Simple. So the younger you do it, the better off. Much younger you do it, the better off. Next one is a big one. Budgeting basics for yourself and for your family. This is where you'll see all the cracks. You'll see where all your money goes and all the cracks in the system. So you won't get into arguments about, well, how come we have no money now, or what's going on with this? You'll be able to go and see exactly where all your money's at. You can either write it down, put it on the computer. You can do it there. There's even apps for this. Simple as can be. I'm in my mid-50s and I'm only 7 months into keeping track of every dollar. All those years I blew on off, and I am shocked to a degree on how much we spend on certain things, and then things get highlighted, and you can start working on them to get rid of them and to keep them out of your budget. Then you'll have a better understanding of what it takes to pay your bills, how many hours it takes, all this stuff. And that's where I get into working smarter, not harder. That's why an increase $100 a month in your 401 at your 25, you just don't go out to eat twice a week. Simple. Next one, retirement options. By far the easiest is the 401k. You just utilize your 401k at work. For 90% of everybody, this can be the biggest thing. I'm sure there's hardly any 20 years old maxing out their 401k. Most, I don't know 30s, 40s, and 50-year-olds doing it really either. If you are, you're well above the normal income to be able to do that. And remember, this channel, below average. So we're trying to keep this real for probably 75% of the working class out there. So let's keep this real. And obviously by doing all these things, you're making it a habit. It'll solve a lot of issues in the long run. By budgeting, knowing where you're at, you'll find a few other bucks. I bet you before it's over with, you might even be able to squeeze out $125 to $150, maybe $200 a month. This will keep you out of getting crazy about buying a brand new vehicle, which will devastate you financially. It'll make a better decision when you're trying to buy a home. All this will be very simple. So, like I said, in your 20s, this is what you need to do. You can start it right away. Just for the upcoming week, you just don't go no fast food or go out to eat or nothing. Or even if you're a person that just goes to the bar, I would say don't do it, because you're dropping more than that money there all the time. Put it in your 401k right here. Remember, 2 times less a week eating out means $100 a month in your 401. At 25 to 67, that's $774,000. If you're in your 40s, it's 164. In your 50s, it's 53. Something for everybody, but definitely geared towards the younger generation. So hey, this is Jeff at Below Average. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. If you're like me in your 50s, and let me know what you're doing. Let everybody else know what you're doing. If you're in your 20s and you're doing well, or you're going to start doing this, put it in the comments. People read the comments. People can be inspired. People can end up understanding what other people are going through, and they can make the decisions to themselves and make the difference in retirement. So you can end up, so when you get in your 50s, if you start doing this, you don't have to start thinking, I need to put in 4 or 5, 6 times more than what I'm doing because I didn't ever put in enough. You don't have to do that. You'll be smooth sailing all the way through, and you'll be better off, obviously, in the long run. So thanks again. Have a great night. See you later.